T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff of Aries 1X.
What you want me to say, what you want me to do, what you want me to say, what you want me to do, what you want me to say, what you want me to do, what you want me to say, what you want me to. I thought I told you once before that I wanna hear you slam it when you shut the door. I wanna feel this way, all my life I've been feeling this way.
There is no doubt that there is an organized gang distributing the narcotics, the use, not only in Washington, but all over the city.
Do what you want me to say, what you want me to do, what you want me to say, what you want me to do, what you want me to say, what you want me to do, what you want me to say, what you want me to. I thought I told you once before that I wanna hear you slam it when you shut the door. I wanna feel this way, all my life I've been feeling this way.
Welcome to Undergroundopolis, everybody. It is Wednesday night. It's that time. It's the first real show of the year. Took a little Christmas break because I was on vacation and you weren't. Here's the big kicker. I still have a week from last year that I haven't used yet. So I hope that makes everybody feel better. Oh, well, I'm just going to keep bringing this up. The Krampus Song. The Krampus Song, yes, that was released on December 23rd on Questionable Records, it's still there on Questionable Records Bandcamp for $2. Every penny, every bit of revenue that generates from here till the end of January will be used to buy batteries and flashlights for the tornado victims in Western Kentucky. So you feel like doing some good and buying them. And getting a funny ass song that's sung by a terrible singer who looks a lot like me. Get you a copy of that, get you a download of that, and get some batteries and flashlights to those people down there. That's what they're asking more of. That last time I checked, that's what they were asking more. They were needing more flashlights and batteries. All right, my next band, we are working on the Hell Is Ohio compilation. Volume 2 compilation. My guess is on the volume. I don't know. They might be on the volume 1 too as well. I actually haven't listed the volume 1 yet, but I own the volume 2. By God, I do own that album. But I'm going to let them tell their story here. I'm bringing them right on.
Hi, Rob.
Tell us who you are, where you are from.
How do you want to start this? You want to do this, Alex? You want to start it off?
All right. We're from Newark, Ohio. We were all born in Newark, Ohio.
Me
and him we're neighbors.
And we are the Reedy Weeps. How did we come up with the name the Reedy Weeps?
Yeah. Well, it was sort of like a lot of people ask this question. What the real definition is like a loud, high pitch, weeping sound, right? But I was sort of coming into it in mind with like a read 'em and weep type deal, or something mysterious, kind of like Pink Floyd or something like that. Can I curse on here in case if I accidentally curse? Okay. All right. I was just wondering. Because I don't want to slip a fuck and then get everything.
Slip all the fucks you want, man. Because I don't care. I've had one complaint. Guess what I told them?
What?
Let me get you the address to the complaint department. You can write them.
You guys have a complaint department?
No.
I'd love to read some of those emails.
No. The only real complaint I get is when I run a commercial or two here and there. There's always somebody that complains, and I'm like, you know what? It's not free.
Oh my God, that's how you make a living off of it. If you don't have advertisements, why you can't fund it?
Can't say I make a living off this, but
I mean,
it does
hey,
help
it's something. If
it helps me keep the show running. It doesn't cost a lot to do this, but it's not free. But I tell them, there is a support button, and you can support for as little as 99 cents a month.
you totally should.
Until then, yeah, there'll be commercials. So, I just put my little shameless plug there. And by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or whatever you're watching, please click the like button or the little thumbs up and subscribe. That way, this episode goes places, because these guys deserve to be seen, heard.
Thank you.
You just heard Reefer Madness, which is a great song, really great song. What are you guys related at all?
No.
Okay.
Funny you should mention that. I think Mason and Alex are sort of related, aren't you?
We were at one point by marriage.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
I just kind of thought y'all kind of favored a little, Not the first time I've ever been wrong. We'll start out with the easy questions. How'd you all come together?
High school.
The love of rock.
Yeah, pretty much. I came into their school around my senior year. I don't remember what grade they were, but I didn't really have anyone to talk to as much. But I found people with common interests as me, and just started hanging out with them and sitting at their lunch table. And Alex and Mason knew each other well before I even came into the picture. They've had bands before, so they had quite a bit of history there. But that's sort of how we all met as little babies.
You guys are pretty young, right? You're still probably early 20s.
22.
Yeah, 20.
If you could narrow down somebody you saw live or on TV or anything like that, just you said, you know what, I want to do that. I want to play music. Who is that influence? And it can be more than one answer. Both of you can answer.
Funny you should mention that. I've seen Blue Oyster Cult 3 times in concert, and
wow.
I've never bought the tickets personally. My grandpa always brought me to those shows, and every single time I could guess their set because I just knew it was coming. They'd always open up with "The Summer of Love," or like "This Ain't the Summer of Love," and that's a really good song. But I'd probably say them on the lowest of keys, just because they're the first concert I've ever seen, more than 2 times of, and I don't know, man. I mean, their old asses are still doing it at like 90 years old, and that's just pretty cool. That's what I want to do, when I'm 90. I want to have a really good hit, and then take that all the way to the grave. That's be a rock band, really, and that's what they were.
Alex, you want to chime in?
Yeah, if I were to say, it would have to be the band Sponge. I saw them when I was 13.
Wow.
Yes, I love them. They're the reason I picked up a guitar in the first place.
I like Sponge too, man. What was the name of the album? It wasn't called Wax Ecstatic, or was it?
Wax Ecstatic, Rotting Pinata.
Yeah, Rotting Pinata, that's it. But it had Wax Ecstatic,
Yeah.
But the whole album's good. So it was a good album. I just couldn't think of the name of it. But it's starting to go, man. I used to smoke pot. I could probably remember stuff.
Pots for wackos. I wouldn't touch that.
I wish I could.
Reefer Madness.
How would you describe the music that you create?
I don't
I've
know.
heard.
You answer this one.
Oh, I've
Because if
heard
I had to
indie
put my
music. But
yeah. If I had to put my guess on it, I'd say like try and make the most catchiest version of um alternative rock or something like that. College rock. Who knows? I really don't know. It's just when we write these songs, we sort of go into it as like what would make a really cool rock song, but with no really genre in mind, honestly.
yeah, absolutely.
I think it was until probably this year where we started like actually like questioning ourselves, where it's like, okay, what music are we actually playing for people? Like what crowd are we like fitting into right now? And it just seems like a little bit of everybody
Yeah.
is just sort of chiming in on the on the whole thing. So it's hard to say.
Now, Elijah, you're the bass player.
Uh-huh. And like guitar, a couple songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bass players are cool.
Yeah.
I don't know how I
I'm
became
a
a
bass
bass player,
player.
but it
Um,
happened.
It happened.
who how long y'all been together now?
Ooh, a little over 3 years, actually. That's crazy.
Where all have you played?
um, Definitely in the Columbus scene more than anything, I'd say.
Ohio,
Um, yeah,
one time in Kentucky, and
yes, the Southgate.
that's pretty much it for right now. But we're gonna be in Indiana in a couple days.
Yes, this
We're
Saturday
playing.
at the Ruin.
Yeah. A lot of good
It's gonna
bands are
be real
going.
exciting.
Go. A lot of good bands are going through there through the ruin. A lot of them are. You played a South. It's funny. I played in Cincinnati last Wednesday night, and at Urban Artifact, and I left there and I went to the Southgate because they was having an open mic. So I stopped in to play a few songs there. And I'd never been there before. I didn't know it was that cool. It's like, I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
pictures and all. I was like, it's a really cool place, man.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah, the
place to
Southgate
be.
was awesome. Southgate was amazing. Like anything that used like church turned into venues, bowling alleys turned into venues, anything like that. I
Yeah.
just think it's a really cool idea. I
Yes.
really want them to take this old movie store that they have in our town and turn it into a punk rock venue. That'd be sick. I've been trying to run that idea by ever since it shut down. It was an old family video.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Get some pizza afterwards.
Yeah, and it's connected to a Marco's, so you can get like some pizza.
Talk to Marcos about that. That's what you do. You talk to Marcos about. Why don't you rent this other side and let us put shows on there, and everybody will come over here and buy pizza.
Yeah, and they have like a little cute little window you can order your pizzas through when you're getting a
Yeah,
movie. It's so cool.
yeah. They can still use that window. Just there you go. Run shows out of there. You can make it a whole collective of things. Yeah, you can make art
Jesus
exhibits and
Christ.
stuff like
I
that
have to
too.
go. I have to go off the record here. It's pretty fucking cold in here, guys. I've been like I'm shaking right now. It is so freezing. I've been freezing in this apartment for 2 weeks. I was just telling him before we were recording. Um, I can't feel my hands. I gotta do something about this.
Maybe lose my place. That's what happens when I get reeled in. But what would you say your favorite show you played is?
Ooh, the
Summit,
Summit.
Summit Music Hall for sure. With Prime Directive, Loud Love, and the Plan Bs. You've had them on before, I
Yes.
know. But
Plan B's, yep.
yeah, I love playing with every single one of those bands. All of those people were amazing people.
Yes.
Just it's a really fun time whenever we play on with them.
Guaranteed fun.
Isn't Loud Love on the compilation?
Um,
Or Loud,
no,
Either-
I don't
Oh,
believe so.
no, because it's only Ohio bands, right? Because I was thinking, like, wait,
Yeah.
are they? But it was only Ohio bands for this compilation,
right.
which I think is really cool. And they're throwing a little festival sometime in the summer. I don't remember the date though, but that should be
Yeah,
pretty
June
interesting.
17th or something.
Yeah, I think that's it. June 17th, something like that.
Yeah.
I just looked at it. I just looked at it a little while ago. So because I was going to bring it up, it's like
Yeah.
my memory's not cooperating tonight. So why was the Summit your favorite show?
Oh, dude, there's so much energy. So many good friendly faces there that I saw at the last Prime Directive show, and then they were there for this show. I met a lot of cool people that night, and when I see them again, then they see me on stage. It's like, hey, what a turn of events! I just saw you guys, and and like the beer, that was nice too. But what more can I say? I mean, a good show.
Great
This is a good
atmosphere,
show.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, here's the counter question. What was your least favorite show? Tell us about that.
I can count them on. I have a lot of least favorite shows. Before 2021, this almost a lot of shows we had weren't the best. I mean, great performances, I suppose. But what do you expect? We're upcoming musicians, and we didn't know what it really was to be a band, or with business behind it and everything. But now we know, and we're slowly getting better.
Yeah, absolutely. Just finding the right members that want to stick around for it, especially.
Would you say you prefer the studio or the stage?
Stage.
Well, it just depends. I feel like I can get a lot more shit done and be way more creative and do stuff I could never do in front of a crowd in a studio. Mainly just because I like to create music. I like to throw things at a wall and see what sticks. Mainly because with the genreless band like us, it's almost like guaranteed that that we just like to create music.
Genreless, I like that. Colin
Rather
Williams. Go ahead.
What? Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
Rather than just trying to market it to certain people, it's just sort of hard to describe a genre. But you have to describe a genre if you wanna like book shows for yourself, or even try and get on any like podcast or any media outlet. You kind of have to describe what your music sounds like a little bit, and that's where it gets tricky. So I always say like alternative or punk. But shit, man, I'm going on a tangent right now. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say when Coleman Williams was on the show, which is he's Hank 3's son. He said, and it always stuck with me. I thought it was brilliant. He said the worst thing you could do to a musician is define them to one genre. And I always like, man, that is such a good line.
That makes sense. Yeah. I think it totally makes sense because, it's like, oh man, let's just say I like R&B music. I strictly only like R&B music. Mary J. Blige, shit like that. All right. I only like that. But there's one song by the Ramones that I really like. It's like, I don't know where I was going with that, but you shouldn't classify yourself as like a R&B head when you like punk too,
I like Mary J. Blige.
I love Mary J. Blige. That's my, but I wouldn't call myself an R&B head just because I only listen to Mary J. Blige.
Lost my place again. Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Y'all hear that bone? That cracked.
Nope. If you could open for anybody, who would that be?
Ween. I want to open up for Ween.
Yeah, that's a good answer. We're getting into
Or Tiger Sex. If we're thinking local, I want to go open up for Tiger Sex.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
I would like for Tiger Sex to be on the show if they happen to be watching. They have to see this. I didn't want to say I'd like to have Tiger Sex on this show because it sounds like I want to make tiger porn on Undergroundopolis.
Not here. You have to stream on like OnlyFans or something. But yeah, for real. They'd be cool. What about you, Alex? Who would you open up for?
Oh, it would be cool if, I don't know, in my dreams, the Replacements reunion.
Well,
but that's not too likely.
Man, they play the grog shop and stuff sometimes. It could happen. The grog shop in Cleveland. We're playing. They'll go there and play.
The Replacements? Do they do it often?
I think the last time I was in Cleveland, which was 2019, one of them was coming. It wasn't Westerberg. It was one of the others.
Oh,
I
Tommy
guarantee
Stinson's awesome.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, no, I would love to open for Tommy Stinson. That would be a great one. Yes.
I think he's reasonably regular there. So so it could happen.
His solo albums are incredible.
Yeah. What's your favorite song to perform live?
Oh.
Favorite Reedy Weeps song?
Favorite Reedy Weeps song? The Dogs.
I like playing My Car Broke Down in Chicago and Watching You. I really like Watching You because, I think that's like one of the best bass lines I've ever written.
How about you, Alex? You said the Dogs?
Yeah, I'd say the Dogs. I go on bass for that song, so it's a nice change of events. I'd say that and probably Sandbox, honestly.
And why?
Sandbox. And why? Oh, because it's a rock and roll song. I get to turn my distortion on.
Get to turn on the fuzz.
Yes, that's the most exciting thing in the world.
No, I forgot I was supposed to do this. Hi, William. All right, continue. I was just thinking I was supposed to shout someone out. Like, hey, you should shout me out. Like, hi, Will.
Hey.
If you could work with any producer, look at that. That's a good question because it makes you think.
I think working with the obvious answer, but probably the most difficult on everybody, would be Brian Eno. That'd be sick to have him produce an album. Are you kidding? I don't know. I can't answer that. Next question. Wait, Alex, go.
Oh, if I could have anyone, I think that's a double answer. Tommy Stinson. He would be a wonderful producer. Just for the reason that I know that he has the experience and Just his influences would be more than enough.
I got it. Bob Mould, Husker Du. I want to
Bob
produce our
Mould,
album.
yes.
I think the most popular answer is either Steve Albini or I can't think of his name. Did the first Tom Petty record. Butch Vig's.
Oh.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
The first Tom Petty record where the
Dust Brothers.
Their money. The Dust Brothers be a good one. That's the first one here. The Dust Brothers. Hell yeah. Have you ever bought an album, CD, cassette, or whatever with your own money, and pretty much immediately threw it away after you listened to it?
Well, you see, if I go into an album knowing it's gonna be shit, I'll just stream it. But you know, there have been a couple.
Yeah.
There's been a couple instances where, you know, I've been completely disappointed. Let's see. There's an example somewhere here. When Neck Deep, the band Neck Deep, released their album after Life's Not Out to Get You. I don't remember what it was called then, because it was really bad, but I didn't like that one. I didn't really care for that one. I was pretty upset because I saw them on the tour for that album, Life's Not Out to Get You, and then they released that. You know, I'm excited. I got it on vinyl. You know, I'm ready to spin that shit. And it was just not for me. I don't know.
Oh, shoot. You know, I don't think I've ever had a physical copy that I've never liked. Now that you mention it.
What would be the best musical advice you've ever been given?
Keeping it simple is better.
Yeah, and that's a really good one. I think I live by that one the most. Keeping it simple makes for better music, and you know, it's easier on the brain. Because there's just been so many pieces of advice that people give us over the years, with being a young band and up and coming, starting everything. You know, they'll give you insiders on like what to do and what not to do, and then it just gets blended in with everything else everybody else has ever said. I'd say take yourself serious, but not serious enough. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, on the lines of that, but like, don't have too much fun, because if you have too much fun, you'll be just another sort of local act. And I don't want to, you know, sound rude when I'm coming off as saying that, but you know, if you have too much fun and just drinking every show, making a fool of yourself, it's not really going to go that far.
That's good advice.
Oh.
It is.
Yeah.
Lord knows I've gotten trashed at a few shows that I shouldn't have.
Oh, me too.
It just happens, man.
Oh yeah.
Most time you are at a bar or a party or something. You know? Well, anything you want to add before we wrap this up? Starting to run out of time here. A Bandcamp website, anything, new album you going to be coming out or anything?
Yeah, we have physical copies on our Bandcamp of the new album, Folklore. So, and we have stickers that come with it for free. So, order it up.
Yeah, Folklore's got something for everybody, honestly. It was a really fun album to make. Last March we recorded them.
Yes.
And you know, we ended up doing everything ourselves because, you know, having someone else mix, master, and do everything else to it was ended up being super costly in the end. And who's a better critic than yourself? And it sounds good, so just doing it yourself is a lot better. So Folklore, it was nice.
It's absolutely fun to create, and we got to put our own unique taste on it at the end, and definitely worth it.
Why did you put Reefer Madness on Hello's Ohio?
Because the whole point of the song was, I guess it's like it's short and it's repetitive because, like smoking weed, you can repeat yourself a lot of the times and just sort of be goofy with it. Why we chose it, I don't know. We could have chose anything else. We could have chose anything, but it felt right. It was sort of new. It was like, oh, that's an interesting solo. Let's see if they'll like it.
Well, guys, I want to thank you so much for giving me your time. This is a really great interview. Everybody watching, be sure to check out Folklore on any streaming, and of course, do you have it on vinyl?
No.
Vinyl's expensive. I get it. Vinyl is freaking expensive.
One day.
But they do have physical copies. I know a lot of you still like to get the physical copies. I'm the same way. I try to get physical copies as much as I can. Thank you all for. Be sure and spam the hell out of this when this comes out for me.
You got it.
We will sign off with a little from the GarageBand live show. Give a little sample of that for everybody to see you live. All right. And
Awesome.
I will let you guys get out of here. Thank you all again.
Thanks.
Started in the weekend and I go for a ride. Draw the heavy and will see me tonight. Oh.